Hello and good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome into today's broadcast of Doc Stewart's Baseball here on The Score. The Docs are taking on the Baseballism Wet Sox as we get things started in the Father's Day tournament here on day one of the tourney. We will have 4 days straight all the way through Sunday here in this tournament field. It's a little bit of an awkward one with one team a late dropout in this one, so only 7 teams in the field for the Father's Day tournament, so they had to get creative with some of the scheduling, but nonetheless, we've got 4 straight days of baseball here at Champion Car Wash Field in beautiful Roseburg, Oregon, and looking forward to having you with us for the final game of day one. It's the Doc Stewarts taking on the Baseballism Wet Sox. Second game of the day for the Wet Sox. They're coming off of a 10-0 loss in the game prior to this. They were taking on the Hillsdale Merchants, who put a lot of runs up early and were able to keep the shutout all the way through in that ball game. So the Wet Sox will be looking to bounce back after a loss in their first tournament game here. The Doc Stewarts looking to build some momentum after last night against the Fairfield Expos in a game that was between 2 teams that are in the tournament, but it wasn't one of the tournament games. The Doc Stewarts get their first win of the season, 12-6 on top of the Fairfield Expos. A big one last night with 15 hits on the board and 12 runs total. It was a big night for the Doc Stewarts offense, and Grayson Cota on the mound was pretty sharp to finish out the game. He pitched the final 3 2/3, shutout baseball. He allows just 2 hits and had 3 strikeouts with no walks. A good finish there for the soon-to-be junior at Roseburg High School. Docs looking to try and build the momentum off of yesterday's victory as they make their way to tonight's contest. This is the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. We'll get a chance to hear more about trying to build off of that momentum from last night's win as we talk with head coach Cody Walton for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. It's coming up here momentarily as we get things rolling here tonight at Champion Car Wash Field. It's day 2 on 7 straight days of baseball for your Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. It's a busy stretch of the season here. So we'll have that conversation with Coach Walton coming up in just a couple of moments. Want to remind everybody that tonight's game is streaming live with video online at 541radio.com and on our 1490 The Score YouTube channel. You can find it there and watch along with us. If you would like to, you can hit that subscribe button, and then you can get notifications when we go live with another broadcast of Doc Stewart's Baseball this summer. You can follow along, and if you get the notifications, you can make sure that you don't miss any of the action this summer with the Docs. Just moments ago, we want to acknowledge the fact that Deacon and Hunter Stroop threw out our ceremonial first pitch for tonight's ball game. They're the sons of Josh Stroop, the owner of Freedom Security Solutions, our tournament sponsor for the Father's Day tournament here this weekend. So they did a nice job of throwing out the first pitch out there for us here tonight. We were just getting ready to go on the air as that was taking place down on the field, but this was the older of the 2 Stroop sons that got a chance to throw out the first pitch here tonight. For those that are watching online, it was a pretty fun and special event. And thanks again to Freedom Security Solutions for sponsoring the Father's Day tournament here at Champion Car Wash Field. We'll take the 2-minute timeout. We come back with the coach interview here during the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. I'm Joey Keeran. It's great to be with you here on this Thursday night in the Umpqua Basin on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Social Security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Back with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Day one of the Doc Stewart's Father's Day tournament here at Champion Car Wash Field. 6 other teams here in attendance in Roseburg this week, and we're looking forward to a lot of baseball here coming up as games got started this morning. We get a chance to catch up with Coach Cody Walton. Coach, tournament play, it's always kind of fun. Things got started this morning. How have things been going on day one of the tourney?
Really good. Saw some good teams and some good pitchers earlier in the tournament. Watched those earlier games, and pretty exciting. We're excited to get ours kicked off tonight.
Yeah, you've been here the whole day, watching a lot of baseball?
Yeah, a lot of baseball, and it's always a fun time.
Yeah, it is. It's cool to have a lot of teams and a lot of games going on in one spot. Let's look back quickly to last night. The Fairfield Expos in town. They're a part of the tournament, but last night you guys get in a kind of a standalone game there. The team comes out with a victory, and we saw a lot of positive from that. How are you guys kind of taking what you guys did yesterday and trying to build off of that?
Yeah, absolutely. Really trying to get that momentum rolling in the right direction. Proud of a lot of the guys that stepped up. Did a really good job offensively. That really hasn't been the issue, and the timely hit has been the issue. We had a few good ones yesterday, and I was really proud to see Coke come in there. Grayson did a really good job, and so hopefully we build and go in the right direction and get some steam going.
Yeah, absolutely. And these opportunities, though, I think we might have touched on it a little bit, but getting a chance to kind of play a lot of games in a short period of time, these guys can kind of just show up to the ballpark, know that they've got games every day. It's time to play baseball. Let's focus on that. You feel like kind of getting into this rhythm of playing day in and day out is going to be a beneficial thing for this team. Yeah,
it certainly is. And we're starting to really see it, and they're getting into a little bit of a rhythm. Even the little things that we do, they're starting to really pick up on those and less having to tell them. And so it's really good. And these guys are starting to talk a lot more and get some personalities out. And I love to see that this time of the year.
Yeah, last week, I looked at it. It had been a full week since we kicked off the season with the first game to the first win of yesterday. And that first week, you've got kids still finishing up school. You've got guys going through graduation, worrying and thinking about a lot of other things. You feel like maybe now a lot of that has started to pass and these guys are kind of maybe settling in, realizing this is my teammates, these are the guys I'm going to be around with, and maybe kind of that initial kind of breaking the seal on this season is kind of finally passed for you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. That first week's always tough. You hit it on the head, and then you add jitters in there because we're such a young crew. That ultimately, all that combined always does make it for a little bit of a tough go. And now I think we can kind of get our feet going and get steady and see some good things. So I'm excited about that.
The tournament field you guys have here this week, you've got 6 other teams in there, some familiar names, some teams that we maybe don't see normally. But how do you feel about the tournament field that you guys were able to put together for this year?
Yeah, really strong group. I got to watch those games earlier, and there's a lot of good players, a lot of good teams, and it's really exciting for us because we don't get to play those guys all the time. So see some new faces, new arms, and it's always exciting to see some different colors across in the other dugout, and I'm excited about that. And so some good talent too.
Yeah. Approaching this, knowing that obviously you guys want to go out and win, you guys want to kind of get some kind of familiarity and rotation going on a lot of things, but also knowing that when this wraps up, you got a doubleheader at Medford on Monday next week. How do you guys kind of approach just kind of how you balance a lot of games in a short period of time with your rotation of guys out in the field and most importantly on the mound?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, make no mistake, Monday's a big one for us. That's the one we're focused on, and pitching-wise especially. That's what really comes down for us is making sure that we got the guys that we need to for that game, but also making sure that we're taking care of guys' legs and they're feeling good and making sure everybody's healthy and staying hydrated. And it's a lot of games in a row, and these young guys got to do a really good job at that. But, yeah, we're really not trying to look ahead, but also keeping that date and so our lineups and taking care of our guys for that.
So this might also provide you an opportunity to let some guys that maybe may not see a lot of innings all throughout the summer but might get opportunities opportunities to show maybe they deserve a few more innings.
No question. I love that kind of stuff. I always love to see the guys step up and get those opportunities. And so we'll present them like you just said, and we'll see what they do with it. And I'm excited about that too. So.
All right, Coach. Looking forward to it. They take on the Baseballism Wet Sox. Coach, thanks so much for the time.
You too. Thanks so much, Joe.
And that'll wrap up our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. We'll take a final break and come back with your starting lineups as they get to the national anthem here at the ballpark on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
For your Dr. Stewart, powered by Abby's Legendary Pizza.
Welcome you back here to Champion Car Wash Field in Roseburg, Oregon. It's the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts taking on the Baseballism Wet Sox out of the Portland metropolitan area. Let's look at our Southern Septic Service starting lineup for the Baseballism Wet Sox. They will lead things off with Camden Gager, the shortstop, followed by Stanley Ritter, the left fielder. Trevor Olson at third base will bat third, followed by Riley DuBois, the first baseman, batting cleanup. David Hoskins, the DH, will bat fifth. Travis Hale in center field, batting sixth. Hitting seventh is the catcher, Nate Scheringhausen. Ty Parrish, the right fielder, batting eighth, and the nine-hitter is Hayden Groot, the second baseman. The DH being utilized for the starting pitcher in today's contest. That is Judah Campos. Take a look at the starting defense for your Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. Behind the plate will be Mason Young here in this one. Amos Bowers gets the start at first. Reagan Soper at second base. On the left side of the diamond, Logan Anderson at third, and Paxton Burke at short. In the outfield, from left to right, Tegan Sprague, Christian Corba, and Fletcher Coleman. They'll look to support their starting pitcher here today, and that is Danner Wirtz, the big right-hander out of Roseburg High School, going into his junior year of baseball with the Roseburg Indians coming up next school year. He'll get the start on the mound for the Doc Stewarts. Danner does come in with an 0-1 record, ended up taking the loss in a start against the Eugene Challengers back on June 12th. Pitched all right in that one, but the Docs did not provide much for offensive support, and it was a 5-1 loss for the Stewies in that matchup. So Danner looking for his first win of the season. His first pitch is a line drive shot snagged out of the air at shortstop by Paxton Burke. There's one away on the first pitch of the ball game. That ball right at the shortstop position, and a great job out there by Paxton Burke to rob that one out of the air, going to his right and snags it for the first out. One away as they retire Camden Gager, the leadoff man, the shortstop. First pitch swinging now for Stanley Ritter. That's a fly ball out towards left center. Losing his hat, but collecting the baseball will be Christian Korba. Well, good thing we got in all of the requirements to start out this ball game. It has been a quick start to this one. 2 pitches into it, and Danner Wirtz already has 2 outs. It'll be Trevor Olson up to bat with 2 down and nobody on base. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner, and this will be the longest at bat here in the first inning. Mason Wright, the head coach for this Wet Sox team, his 4th year leading this program. The 0-1 pitch from Wirtz. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball for strike 2 to Olson. We're needing 1 more out, and 1 more strike would do the trick for Danner. His 0-2 pitch with nobody on and 2 away. Ground ball, chopper, foul down the third base side. And Olson will keep the at-bat going. So we are quickly moving through this top of the first at the moment. The Wet Sox coming off of a 10-0 loss in the game just before this one against Hillsdale. The third game of the day. We will run through previous scores on the day at some point through today's ball game. Breaking ball, lifted left side, not very deep. Backpedaling into the outfield. The shortstop, Paxton Burke, is there. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first for the Doc Stewarts. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Doc's coming up to bat. We'll introduce you to the starting lineup when we come back on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Headed to the bottom of the first, your Southern Septic Service starting lineup for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. Paxton Burke leads off at shortstop. The second baseman, Reagan Soper, batting second. Third baseman, Logan Anderson, will hit third. The right fielder, Fletcher Coleman, batting cleanup. Center fielder, Christian Korba, batting fifth. The pitcher, Danner Wirtz, will bat sixth. Hitting seventh, starting at first base, Amos Bowers. The catcher, Mason Young, will hit eighth. And the nine-hitter is Tegan Sprague in left field for your Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. Taking a look at the defense for the Wet Sox, the visiting team in this matchup. Behind the plate, Nate Scheringhausen. At first base, Riley DuBois. Hayden Grott out at second base. On the left side, Trevor Olson at third. Camden Gager at short. In the outfield from left to right, Stanley Ritter, Travis Hale, and Ty Parrish. So look at your starting defense. They'll look to support their starting pitcher. It is right-hander Judah Campos on the mound. Campos getting the start.
First batter for the
Campos out of Newburgh High School, graduating this spring, class of 2026, headed to Lane Community College for his freshman year of college. Cody Walton, the head coach in his first year with the Doc Stewarts, leads the way for the team. His leadoff man, Paxton Burke, will take high and away, ball one, as we are underway here in the bottom of the first. We'll get a chance at a legal ID for our radio audience here in a moment. Southern Septic Service, our starting lineup sponsors here tonight. The 1-0 delivery to Burke. Fouls it away. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball here on the Score. Scoreless game here in the bottom of the first. A pitch inside. Paxton Burke will spin out of the way. The switch-hitting shortstop leading things off, batting left-handed against the righty. Takes inside. He's got a 2-1 count. First game in the tournament for the Docs. Second game today for Baseballism. Pitch high, 3-1. The count for leadoff man Paxton Burke. 4 days each day, starting today, running through Sunday in these tournaments. It's a 3-1 pitch here for Burke. And the graduated senior from Roseburg High School headed off to Lewis Clark State College in Lewiston, Idaho, play some NAIA baseball next year. He draws a leadoff walk from Campos. 1 on, nobody out. Reagan Soper will stand in. The second baseman out of Auckland, New Zealand will get a chance to bat here today. The first pitch, he squares the bunt, pushes it first base side. Campos took a look towards second, throws to first, and it's off the end of the glove for Du Bois at first base. Burke will turn and head to third on the error. So Soper will get on safely with the error. Laid down the sac bunt, so he gets credit for the sacrifice. I'm going to put that error on the first baseman. Du Bois got his glove on it. The throw wasn't that far out of his reach and didn't hit the turf, and so I'd put that down as an error on the first baseman. It'll be the first error of the ball game for the Wet Sox. Runners on the corners with nobody out. Now Logan Anderson up to bat out of Southwestern Oregon Community College. Takes the first pitch high, throw down to second base, misses everybody, and it's into the outfield. That'll easily score Paxton Burke. So Burke will score on the throwing error. Into second base goes Reagan Soper. Stolen base for Soper, and then scoring on the throwing error will be Burke. Second error in the ball game. Runner at second base with nobody out, 1-0. Docs in front. Soper out at second. The 1-0 pitch to Anderson. Shows a bunt. He'll take high from Campos, who was quickly off the mound to try and cover some territory in front of the mound with a possible bunt coming. 2 balls, no strikes. That throw down to second base, Scheringhausen got rid of it quickly, but he missed his target out there, and nobody else was in position behind the throw. It looked like they maybe were going to try to cut it off short, as a foul ball will get out of play down the right field side for Anderson. 2-1 count. Looked like they were trying to maybe cut it off, or at least fake as if they were going to cut it short and let the ball go through. The guy that cut off short, that was out of his reach, and then the guy covering the bag at second, which I think was the shortstop, just couldn't get into position to get to the ball as it kept sailing towards the second base side of the bag. 2-1 pitch to Anderson. It's high and inside. He's got a 3-1 count as Campos having some struggles finding the zone here early on. Three-one pitch. Swinging away. Fouled back in the netting for strike 2 to Logan Anderson. So the Docs have jumped on things here early. No hits, a walk got things started, and then a couple of errors have allowed the Docs to jump on a 1-0 lead here in the first against the Wet Sox, who fell behind quickly in their last game against the Hillsdale Merchants. 3-2 pitch coming for Campos. It's hit out towards right field, and it's going to get over the right fielder's head. Ty Parrish couldn't get a read on it. He tried drifting back, and it sailed over his head. Scoring easily from second will be Soper. Going into third with the triple is Logan Anderson. Docs lead it 2-0. Logan got a hold of that one and twisted up the right fielder, and it goes all the way to the wall in right field, and the Doc Stewarts, with nobody out, build a 2-0 lead. Yesterday, Logan Anderson was 4 for 4 at the plate in the matchup against the Fairfield Expos yesterday, and he starts things off with a hit here today. That means he is 5 for 5 in his last 5 at-bats. Not too shabby for that young man. Triple for him there. Drives in a run. And the Doc Stewarts have the big early, well, not a big, but they have an early lead. 2-0. First hit in the game. First pitch is called a strike to Fletcher Coleman, the lefty, starting in right field here tonight. Coleman waiting in the box. Breaking ball, going to get called a strike at the top of the zone. Southern Septic Service, from residential to commercial, Southern Septic Service has your behind covered when it comes to things like your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. You can get a free no-obligation estimate today. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. Outside, a 1-2 count. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in and joining us on the video stream here tonight. Hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. The 1-2. Misses low and inside, a 2-2 count. Want to say a special hello to Mrs. Tilton, who's tuning in. I hear that she was eager to catch the radio broadcast tonight. So we're happy to have you with us here. Robert is a little jealous of how eager she was to tune in for the broadcast here this evening. He's going to hear about this one now, I guarantee it. So congratulations on telling me that, Robert. That made it to the airwaves. 3-2 count here for Fletcher Coleman, with Logan Anderson at third base after his triple that drove in Reagan Soper. Nobody out. Doc's already up 2-0. They've gotten the first 3 men on base. Coleman's going to call time before the full count pitch. But wherever you may be tuning in from, we know we've got a lot of listeners from outside of our kind of region here that tune in for it, and we are always so grateful to have you and so happy that we can provide the service. Inside on the 3-2, that's ball 4. Another walk issued for Campos. And Christian Corba will come up to bat with runners on the corners. It's just day one of the tournament, and I would imagine that they are looking for Campos to try and give them some innings here. Got to make sure you've got arms to make it all the way through. I do believe that Achilles Garcia, he pitched in the game just a little while ago, the first game for the Wet Sox, and I do believe he pitched deep into that game, so he ate up some innings for him despite taking the loss. First pitch here to Christian Corba is high for ball 1. Christian Corba finished with 3 hits yesterday. He was 3 for 4 with 3 singles, drove in a run, scored 3 times. Corba had a 12-game hit streak at the end of the high school season, his first year of high school baseball. As he takes a strike, throw down to second base. They cut it short, and in safely to second goes Fletcher Coleman. Staying at third base is Anderson. Stolen base, a 1-1 count at the plate for Corba. So Corba, after his freshman year, earned first-team All-League honors with Roseburg High School, finished the season on a 12-game hit streak. As he takes high. Started out the summer season with a couple of hits. If I'm remembering correctly, I think he stretched his hit streak going from the high school season into the Legion season. Had a 14-game hit streak going before it finally came to an end. But not a bad stretch of the year for the freshman from Roseburg. 2-1 pitch. He'll ground it towards short. This should result in a run across the diamond to first for Gager. Gets it to DuBois at first. There's one away. A run does come in to score on the ground out for Corba. He picks up an RBI. Doc Stewart will take a 3-0 lead. Up to third base goes Fletcher Coleman. It'll bring up Danner Wirtz, tonight's starting pitcher. Had a quick top half of the first inning, retiring the Wet Sox in order. He'll take a pitch at the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Wirtz yesterday also had 3 hits as the Docs wrapped out 15 hits total. And Danner had 3 of them. All 3 of them were singles as he fouls one back for strike 2. 3 singles yesterday. He was 3 for 4 with 2 RBI. Did score a run on a wild pitch late in that ball game. Doc Stewart's yesterday rallied back. They were down 6-5. Rallied back to win 12-6. Breaking ball slips out of the hand there for Campos behind the head of Wirtz. A 1-2 count. Look at that. We've got California checking in on the video stream. Also Chicago checking in here today, the Windy City, home of my beloved Chicago Cubs. Thanks for tuning in. The 1-2 pitch off the handle, fouled down the first base side. Stays a 1-2 count. I don't know if the Cubs are in action here tonight. I have not gotten any notifications, and it's getting late here on the West Coast for them to be starting any games back east of us here. Nope, they're off until tomorrow when they take on Toronto. The 1-2 pitch bounces in, gets away, and out at third base. Fletcher Coleman will hold tight there as Sheringhouse will track it down. We've got Fletcher Coleman at third. 1 out. Danner Wirtz at the plate. A 2-2 pitch coming. Judah Campos looking for a punch out. He'll get it. Swing and a miss by Wirtz. 2 away. Much needed strikeout there for Judah Campos. His first in the ball game. 2 down. Amos Bowers will bat. Bowers at first base defensively here tonight. That is a bit of a new one. He was a catcher all during the spring season. Apparently does have some experience playing first base. Fouls off the first pitch. I think maybe he was rehabbing from a bit of a knee injury at some point, and they put him at first base to let him play there while keeping him out of having to crouch throughout an entire game. The 0-1 pitch to him. Misses low and inside, 1-1. Bowers yesterday walked and was hit by a pitch. Otherwise was 0 for 2 in the game. But he's had a decent start to the summer season. He's got the 1-1 count. Campos misses outside. Sheringhouse does a nice job picking that one off the turf, holding Fletcher Coleman at third. Arizona checking in. Love to see that. Great to have everybody here with us. 2-1. Bowers taps it back to the mound. Coming in to score from third, but not going to count as the final out is made at first. The throw over by Campos will get the final out there. So the Doc Stewarts put up 3 here in the first inning as they take the early lead on top of the Baseballism Wet Sox. We head to the top of the second. 3-0 Docs in front on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Well, Danner Wirtz has been given a 3-0 lead to work with as we head to the second inning. DuBois, Hoskins, and Hale will be the 3 batters coming up for the Wet Sox. Today's ball game brought to you by our friends over at Roseburg Disposal, our pregame show sponsor. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Tonight's game also brought to you by McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection, plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Make sure you stop by and check them out. That's McClendon Smokehouse on West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. First pitch, ball 1 to Riley DuBois. DuBois was 1 for 2 in the game earlier today with a single in his second at bat. He did strike out looking in his first. He takes a strike. We've got New Zealand now checking in. Great to have the Kiwis with us. The 1-1 outside from Wirtz. 2 balls and a strike for Riley DuBois. He puts one in the air left side, high in the air, and with plenty of time to just camp underneath it is Tegan Sprague out in left field. That ball took its time coming down. Sprague out in the shadows in left field as the sun's starting to set. Seems as if the clouds have kind of rolled in a little bit, making the sun not nearly quite as sharp here as we make our way through this evening. That might help out as the sun starts to set. First base and right field can be difficult as the sun starts to go down. That's the sun field. There's a swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 1 to David Hoskins. Saw that come into play yesterday. Danner Wirtz at first base had trouble receiving a ball. A hit towards left field. That'll get down. There's the first hit in the game for the Wet Sox. On base safely is David Hoskins on the 0-1 pitch. He deposits it out in left field. So a one-out single.
Center fielder, Travis Hale.
That'll bring up Travis Hale, the center fielder. Right now the shadow's starting to creep out of that left field corner and down the third base and left field line. Temperatures are toasty here today, but not as bad as it has been. It'll cool off a little bit here today. Here in the booth it's feeling nice and warm. First pitch swinging away. That ball in the air left side headed towards foul territory. Burke and Sprague both giving chase. Neither will get there in time. It'll be strike one for Hale. Looking at 79 degrees here as this game just getting underway in the top of the second. 3-0. Doc Stewart's in front. Going to cool off to a low of 56 tonight here in the Umpqua Basin. Going to be mid-80s coming up tomorrow as the second day of the tournament gets underway. Wirtz with his 0-1 pitch. And the inside corner wrapped that one foul. Hale got around on it but pulled it well foul and will be back at the box with a 0-2 count. Both teams with just one hit in this ball game, but a couple of errors and a couple of walks in that first inning for the Doc Stewarts helped them build a 3-0 lead. The 0-2 pitch hit hard towards left field, in for a base hit by Hale, and that's back-to-back singles to left field for the Wet Sox. Runners at first and second with one away. The catcher, Nate Scheringhausen, will come up to bat. Runners at first and second.
Now batting number 14, Nate Scheringhausen.
3-0 lead for the Docs. First pitch, Scheringhausen will swing and miss for strike one. Scheringhausen out of Liberty High School, class of 2025, spent this last spring with College of the Siskiyous. The 0-1 pitch, he takes low. At College of the Siskiyous this year, he played in 16 games, hit 155, had 12 RBI, did hit a home run, 16 strikeouts, 7 walks. He swings through the 1-1 pitch from Wirtz. A ball and 2 strikes with runners at first and second. Strikeout would be big. Ground ball would be huge here for the Doc Stewarts. Scheringhausen will dig back in. Wirtz with a man at second. Couple glances that direction. Will kick and fire home. Swing and a miss. He does get the strikeout. First in the game for Danner Wirtz. Scheringhausen goes down. 2 down. Ty Parrish will come up to bat, the 8-hitter.
Next batter, number 22, Ty Parrish.
Runners at first and second with 2 away. Parrish will take the first pitch on the outside corner for strike one. Ty Parrish out of Liberty High School. Youngster there. He'll be class of 2028. Just wrapped up his sophomore year. He'll hit one opposite field. That'll get down and will likely score a run here for the Wet Sox. Fletcher Coleman will send it in. It heads all the way to third, but will get there late. And it's a 2-out RBI single for Ty Parrish. Out of the 8-hole. He hits one opposite field. And with 2 outs running on contact, David Hoskins scores from second, no problem. And going first to third is Travis Hale. Runners on the corners. It's 3-1. Doc's in front. But the Wet Sox on the board, cutting into the deficit. Third hit here in the second inning for Baseballism. Danner's first pitch is a breaking ball for strike one to Hayden Grott. Hayden Grott out of Aloha High School, class of 2026, headed to Skagit Valley Community College for his freshman year of college as he transitions out of high school. He fouls away a pitch, 0-2. Grott was a second-team All-League infielder at Aloha this spring. Also earned honorable mention All-League honors as a pitcher this year. He's playing at second base for the Wet Sox today. The 0-2 pitch, high, throw down to second base. They will let it go through, and it gets into center field. That'll score another run. The throw to third base, they might have a chance. No, safely into the third will go Ty Parrish. Mason's Young throw down to second base. Looked as if it was a pretty decent throw. But the middle infielders, they had Soper that went in front looking as if he was going to cut it short. And the ball went through to the shortstop, Paxton Burke at second base, who could have gotten the runner dead to rights at second, but the throw got by him into the outfield. That allowed one run to score. And then Parrish goes all the way to third on the throwing error that got into center field. Now, we will wait to write it down into my scorebook here as Cody Walton has come out and asked for a clarification on a couple of things. I think everything's going to stand as it is. So it's going to be 3-2 as the Docs have given back a couple of runs here in the second inning. A 1-2 count at the plate for Hayden Grott, who could tie this one up with a man at third. So stolen base for Parrish, and then he goes to third on the throwing error. The 1-2 pitch is popped up on the infield. Calling for it is Amos Bowers at first base. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. We'll get the scorebook all caught up here as we go to the bottom of the second. Doc Stewart's lead at 3-2, but they give 2 runs back as the Wet Sox are on the board, back within 1. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
One-run ball game going to the bottom of the second inning. Doc Stewart's in front. Joey Keeran here with you from Champion Car Wash Field in Roseburg. Doc Stewart's second game of the season, wearing their new uniforms. White uniforms with the black pinstripes, Docs across the chest in black script lettering outlined in red. Numbers on the front and the back, black numbers outlined in red as well. First pitch to Mason Young, in for a strike on the inside corner at the knees. Starts out the 0-1 count from Judah Campos, who's now got a little bit of life back in this ball game with some help from the offense. The 0-1 pitch from Campos. Breaking ball, swung on and missed by Young. The visiting Baseballism Wet Sox wearing their light gray uniforms today with the baby blue, powder blue color offset. 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed by Young. 3 pitches down on strikes for Mason Young. Second strikeout in the game for Campos, 1 away. Tegan Sprague will come up to bat, the 9-hitter. Gray trousers, gray tops on the body, then the sleeves are that powder blue color for the Wet Sox. Wet Sox across the chest, number on the front and the back of the jersey. Off speed, breaking ball, swung on and missed by Sprague. Field is kind of mostly in shadows here. Clouds kind of helping even things out as the sun starts going down. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 2. Wind has pretty much died down. Yesterday, a really breezy day here in the Umpqua Basin. Today, earlier was fairly breezy, but it seems to have calmed down a bit. Right now, the American flag in center field just barely waving around as the ball fouled off by Sprague. That'll spoil the immaculate inning. Judah Campos was on target. He got Mason Young on 3 pitches, needed a strikeout there against Tegan Sprague to get him on 3 pitches. But he fouled it off to stay alive. The 0-2 pitch coming here from Campos. And it was 1 pitch later, froze him at the plate. Sprague watches it go by, strike 3. Third strikeout in the game for Campos, who is starting to find his rhythm on the mound. Top of the order, Paxton Burke will try to turn that around. With 2 down and nobody on base. He drew a walk in the first inning, came around to score. We'll look to try and put the ball in play and make something happen. Inside, ball 1 to the lefty. If you're not aware, the immaculate inning is an inning where a pitcher throws 9 pitches, gets a strikeout to each batter. The minimum you can strike out a guy on is with 3 pitches. So if you can do that 3 straight times, you got yourself an immaculate inning. A bit of a rarity in baseball. 2-0 delivery here for Burke. Campos misses low, and the count falls behind 3-0. So Campos against the bottom of the order here, attacking the zone, had back-to-back strikeouts, but now against Burke, he falls behind 3-0. Paxton stands back in, hugs the inside corner. He'll take ball 4 and draws his second walk in the game. Third walk issued by Campos. Docs with a 2-out runner on base.
Now batting number 3, Reagan Soper.
Reagan Soper stands in. He laid down a sac bunt his last time up, reached on an error. So he's 0 for 0 in the game. Runner heading down to second base. In safely goes Burke. Ball 1 against Soper and a stolen base for Burke. He's into scoring position. Burke stole 30 bases during the spring season with Roseburg, and there, I believe it was 26 games. And he's going for third. Breaking ball outside. The catcher didn't even give him a look. And into third base goes Paxton Burke. A 2-0 count for Soper at the plate. Not the first time we have seen Paxton Burke steal second and then quickly take third as well. 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed by Soper. Scheringhausen behind the plate. Didn't even really give a look down to third. Breaking ball kind of took him out of position to try and get a throw to third base anyways. Ball to right field, down the line. It is a fair ball into the corner. That'll score a run. And Soper heading for second. That ball gets out of play in the corner. Soper will be held to a double, but he will put the Docs back in front by a pair. Soper just sneaks that one inside the chalk line down the right field line for an RBI double, his first hit in the ball game. Out in right field, Ty Parrish just had to throw his hands up as that ball in the corner gets through the gate out there in right field. So run comes in, a man at second base with 2 away. It is 4-2, Docs back in front by a pair. And now Logan Anderson up to bat. He had a triple that drove in a run back in the first. He'll hit one through the left side. That'll get into left field. Stanley Ritter, they're going to not test his arm. The throw came in, cut off by the third baseman, Olson. It'll be a single for Anderson. His second hit, he is now 6 for 6, going back to yesterday's game against the Fairfield Expos. No walks, hit by pitches, or reach on an error, or any sacrifice, anything like that. He has been 6 plate appearances. All of them have been base hits, and it's great to see Logan Anderson's bat coming alive here. They were hoping that the veteran out of Umpqua Valley Christian School here in Roseburg was going to be able to provide some good stability in the lineup. Pitch high, ball 1 to Fletcher Coleman. Coleman will be a senior next year at Roseburg High School. Fletcher during the spring season earning second-team all-conference honors with the Indians. It's got a 1-0 count. They'll chop it off the plate. It goes over the mound. Tough play, bobbled by the pitcher. He will not make a throw. Campos did a nice job to even get to that baseball. I would leaned to give Coleman a hit there. That is not an easy play to be made by Campos. That ball off the plate, the Baltimore chop up and over the mound. He tried to field it over the shoulder. It went off his glove, tried to tip it to his throwing hand, could not grip it cleanly, and so a run will score as on safely is Fletcher Coleman. Up now, Christian Corba takes a strike on the outside corner. So I'm going to give him an infield single on that one for Coleman. Anderson makes his way to second. Soper came in to score on the play. 2 runs in here in the second inning. Docs are back up by 3 after taking a 3-0 lead in the first. The 0-1 throw back to second base. Back in safely goes Anderson. So Campos was dealing against the bottom of the order, got back-to-back strikeouts against Young and Sprague, but the top of the order has given him some troubles. The 0-1 pitch, there goes Anderson to third. Throw down to third base is wide of the bag, trickles away. Anderson's going to put on the brakes and hold there. Racing to get to the ball quickly was Olsen. Stolen base for Logan Anderson and for Fletcher Coleman, who moves up 90 feet. At the plate, it's a 1-1 count for Christian Corba. Corba, an RBI ground out his last time up, looking for his first hit in the game. Docs trying to stretch it to their biggest margin of the game. A 2-out rally going as the ball is fouled back by Corba. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Waldron's Outdoor Sports, your locally owned hunting, fishing, and outdoor sports headquarters. Check out their new location on Northeast Stephen Street in Roseburg. On the mound, Campus trying to get through this second inning. His 1-2 pitch is behind the head of the hitter, and the count will even up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Told you Corba last time up that he was a first-team all-conference selection in the outfield for Roseburg as a freshman this year. 2-2. Fouls one back at the top of the zone. He's been very solid in the outfield defensively. The bat really came alive late in the season for him at the end of the spring high school season. Finished the year with a .346 batting average. He'll hit one down the line left field. That ball is just tailing into foul territory. Couldn't keep it straight. That ball just down the line. Got a bit too far out in front of it. Hit .346 during the high school season. 24 RBI for him. 9 walks, 15 strikeouts. He played in all but 2 games for the Indians. Usually in center field. Did pitch some as well. He started 5 games, appeared in 9 total. But he's at the bat right now, looking to come up with a big swing. The 2-2 from Campos. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That'll finish things off for the Doc Stewarts here in the bottom of the second, but they will end up adding 2 more runs to their total. They're on top 5-2 over the Wet Sox. We head to the top of the third. This is Doc's Baseball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Batter number 9, Camden Gager.
Go to the top of the third inning here at Champion Car Wash Field. Danner Wirtz, first pitch, catches the outside corner as he faces the top of the order for a second time. Gager, Ritter, and Olsen coming up to bat. Today's game brought to you by Gibbs RV Superstore. You got to get to Gibbs, where RV means real value. Pitch outside, 1-1 count. So Camden Gager leading things off for Baseballism Wet Sox out of Century High School. Will be a senior next year. Earned first-team All-League honors for the Jaguars as an infielder. He swings through for strike 2. Started out the ball game. First pitch of the game, he lined it out to the shortstop, Paxton Burke. He's got a 1-2 count here against Wirtz. Chops it towards third. Right to Logan Anderson is tossed across the diamond. He hops it to Amos Bowers. And that has been one of the issues that Logan has had at third base this season so far, is that he has not put enough zip on the ball across the diamond to get it there without a short hop to first. And you've got a backup, no, not a backup, but a secondary first baseman, and Amos Bowers, a guy that has spent most of his time catching, now playing at first here tonight. Ground ball gets by Bowers at first base. Opposite field for Ritter. Into right field and going first to third is Gager. And so an error and now a base hit. And you've got runners at first and third for the Wet Sox to get things started here in the third inning. Base hit there. That'll be the fourth hit in the game for Baseballism. Docs had their second error on the throw across by Anderson. So runners at first and third with nobody out. Trevor Olson batting. He flew out to the catcher. The shortstop. They'll throw down to second base. Catch made by the shortstop, Paxton Burke. A little bit of a collision at the bag. But Burke able to concentrate and make the catch out at second base. The throw by Mason Young right on target. And, trying to slide around the shortstop into second base was Ritter, but he is cut down. Breaking ball misses low. 2-0 count with one out and a man at third. Gager did not try to steal home on the throw down to second base. Runner going to the throw. No, not going to make one to home. The ball off the chest protector for Mason Young. It trickled up the first base side. He went to go get it. It was too long of a run to try and get back to home plate. And Wirtz not able to come off of the mound in time to get to the plate to cover it. And so the run comes in to score. A 2-1 pitch. Misses outside. 3-1 count for Trevor Olson. So a wild pitch will score a run there. Ground ball, chopper, foul for strike 2. So we started it out just our third batter up, but we've already had 2 runners get on, a runner caught stealing, and a run comes in to score. An eventful start to this third inning for the Wet Sox as they try to rally back. They're back within 2. Docs have twice led by 3 runs in this game. Ball fouled away. Staying alive is Olson. Unearned run here in the third inning for Wirtz. Danner out of the stretch with nobody on base. His 3-2 pitch fouled away. And it'll stay a 3-2 count. That one fouled off of the home plate umpire, Austin Stone, back there. You got Tim Shields out in the field as our second umpire here tonight. Trevor Olson at the plate right now out of Scappoose High School. The 3-2 pitch. Strike 3, breaking ball drops in for the punch out. And he will head back to the dugout, I think, a little uncertain of exactly what happened there. I don't think he was expecting strike 3 on that pitch. Second strikeout in the game for Danner. And Riley DuBois will stand in with 2 down and nobody on base.
Now batting number 15, Riley DuBois.
First pitch, chopper towards third. Anderson has it. This time he's not going to try to lob it or take it easy across the diamond. He rifles it across and will get the out. Makes up for things a little bit earlier with a solid throw across the diamond. So that will finish it off. 1 run. It was unearned on 1 hit one error, and nobody left on base for the Wet Sox. They get back into this one, trailing by 2, 5-3 our score as we head to the bottom of the third on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Bottom of the third inning, it's a 5-3 lead for the Doc Stewarts as we are playing the final game, day one of the Doc's Father's Day Tournament, sponsored by Freedom Security Solutions here locally. Out of the windup on the mound, Judah Campos still throwing. Danner Wirtz at the plate. A strikeout victim the first time. He was out in front, fouls it away, and he starts off with an 0-1 count. 0-1 count as the pitch in. Breaking ball, strike 2. 0-2 count at the plate. Danner was the first strikeout victim for Campos in the ball game. Pitch goes behind his head as he drops the barrel of the bat, has the 1-2 count. Today's game brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza at the corner of Bellows and Harvard in Roseburg. Check them out. It's Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. The 1-2 pitch for Campos. Danner holds up. The pitch was in front of the plate, and the ruling is he went around for strike 3. They appeal down to first base, and Danner gets rung up. So his second strikeout in the game for Danner Wirtz. It's the 5th strikeout so far through 2 1/3 innings for Judah Campos. He ended up striking out the side in the second, but between the first strikeout and the last one, there was a lot of action in there as well. First pitch bounces off the turf for ball 1 to Amos Bowers. Campos struck out Young and Sprague to start it out, got 2 outs, but then a walk, double, single, and the Docs were able to put 2 runs on the board. So 1-0 pitch, bounces in, and that one got by the catcher. Didn't really quite see that one cleanly. I don't know if it hit the catcher or if it got through and hit the umpire, but clipped somebody back there. 2-0 count here for Bowers. Bowers tapped one back to the mound his last time up. He'll take a strike. 2-1 count. Judah Campos headed to Lane Community College. We were telling you that, out of Newburgh High School. He's a returning player for this Wet Sox club. He works out of his windup. Bowers will foul that one off his front foot. 8-2 count. Stopped by the dugouts earlier today. Doc Stewart's on their side. There was a raging debate going on, I think, between egg rolls and spring rolls, which was the favorite in the dugout. Not sure what might have prompted that conversation. Maybe a lunchtime meal leading to that, as Bowers will watch a pitch closely that goes by outside. 3-2 count. That's a great question. I think I like them both about equally. Would gladly take a spring roll or an egg roll right now. 3-2 pitch, outside ball 4. Bowers will draw a walk with 1 out. Heads on down to first base. First time on for Bowers here tonight. Mason Young will come up to bat. Strikeout victim back in the second. On the other side, down in the dugout for the Baseballism Wet Sox, I was making my way over there to get pronunciation. This is a pickoff throw over to first base, not in time. Bauer's back in safely over there. I was making my way over there, and there was a very interesting utensil they had in the dugout. It's a ground ball towards shortstop. It is fielded by Gager. Throw over to first base for the relay. Double play as Grott gets it over to DuBois in time to retire Mason Young. We'll have to wait on the discovery of what was in the Wet Sox dugout until we come back here. A 6-4-3 double play will end any scoring hopes for the Doc Stewarts here in the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We're through 3 innings in this 7-inning contest. It's Docs 5, the Baseballism Wet Sox 3 on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Everest, K2, and now the Mountain by Mountain Mike's Pizza. The biggest pizza this side of the Rockies. The mountain-sized pizza is a massive 20 inches wide, delivering 20 slices and a mountain of toppings. Made with the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. It's time to go big. Order yours now by using our mobile app.
Danner Wirtz out for his 4th inning of work, trying to protect a 2-run lead for the Doc Stewarts as the Baseballism Wet Sox will have David Hoskins, Travis Hale, and Nate Scheringhausen coming up to bat. Joey Keeran here with you on the Score. Appreciate everybody tuning in and having a little bit of baseball action with us here tonight. This game's been sponsored by Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with excellent year-round playability. The first pitch fouled away by Hoskins. You can check out more details about signing up for a membership out at the Roseburg Country Club. Visit roseburgcountryclub.com. 0-1 pitch, check swing, 1-1 count. They're going to appeal down to first, and no, Hoskins did not go around. Hoskins 1 for 1 in the game, singled to left field, and scored a run back in the second. The pitch is hit in the air to right field, drifting back. And underneath it is Fletcher Coleman, 1 away. Travis Hale will come up to bat. So we were talking about some fun down in the dugouts earlier. I stopped by the Wet Sox dugout, and they were walking around with a gardening tool down there. They had a hoe that apparently they found in the Forest Grove dugout at the start of their season. Pitch outside, ball 1 here to Hale. And I guess it was in the dugout in that game. As a ball, Hale will rope it through the left side for his second base hit. He has hit both times through that left side of the infield for a base knock. He gets on with a 1-out single. 5th hit in the game for the Wet Sox. So they find this gardening tool in the dugout. I went down and asked them, they looking to do some yard work here today. It's all artificial turf here at Champion Car Wash Field, so don't need to tear up any sort of dirt or turf out there. As a pickoff throw to first, not in time. No, they said that they found it in there, and they were hanging around with it, kind of walking with it, and one guy has over there at the end of the dugout has it right now, and it's a square to bunt. It'll be put down in front of the mound. Throw to second base. They will get the lead runner out at second as Hale will be forced out. Burke covering the bag as Wirtz does a nice job on the mound to make an accurate throw to second base from the pitcher's mound. Never an easy thing to do. On the sacrifice bunt attempt, Nate Scheringhausen will get on, and Travis Hale out at second base. 2 away. Ty Parrish will bat. But so apparently they found it. They were hanging on to it, and they ended up one of the guys on the team, he's a pitcher only, but he went in defensively and made a couple of great defensive plays, and I think it was their good luck charm. So the team has been carrying around with them, including on the trip to Roseburg this week. They've got a garden hoe that they have in the dugout with them. It's a little bit beat up. As they throw to first base, they've got a courtesy runner for the catcher in. Coming in to run is Landon Springer at first base. Ground ball left side. Burke will backhand it, get it to second base where Soper's at to retire the courtesy runner, Springer, and that will finish it off. So they've got the Garden Hope for some good luck. Right now they could use a little bit more. They lost their first game 10-0. They trail 5-3 here, but it was definitely a little bit curiosity to see a team show up with a garden hoe in their dugout. We'll see how things go the rest of the season for the Baseballism Wet Sox with their lucky charm. Right now they need to rally, but we go to the bottom of the fourth. They trail 5-3 here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Docs leading 5-3 on top of the Baseballism Wet Sox. 9-1-2 coming up to bat. First pitch to Tegan Sprague is high and inside, ball 1. Still on the mound, Judah Campos, the right-hander for the Wet Sox. He's allowed 4 hits, 5 runs. The defense has kind of let him down in a couple of occasions. He works in a strike for a 1-1 count here against Sprague. 5 strikeouts in the game for Campos so far. One of them was Tegan Sprague back in the second. Nobody on. He'll work out of the windup. The 1-1 pitch is just off the outside corner, not off the mark by much. Today's game sponsored by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. The 2-1 from Campos. Fastball to right field. Line drive shot will get down, and it's going to roll past Parrish. He's got to track it all the way to the wall. He tried, could not stop it. Heading around second, going for third will be Sprague as he's in with a stand-up triple. Boy, we have not seen him open things up, and he got around those bases quick. Tegan Sprague with a leadoff triple for the Doc Stewarts. They've had a couple of extra base hits here dating back to yesterday to today. That's the second triple in the game, 3rd extra base hit. You've got Anderson and Sprague with triples now, and also Reagan Soper with a double. 5th hit in the ballgame for the Doc Stewarts. Now the top of the order, Paxton Burke will take low for ball 1. Doc Stewart's trying to put the pressure back on. They went down kind of in order, a double play in the 3rd inning, made it a quick 1-2-3 3rd inning. Every other inning they've sent 7 hitters to the plate. Inside, spinning out of the way, Burke just out of the way of that inside pitch. Doc sent 7 hitters to the plate in the first and another 7 to the plate in the second before sending just 3 up to bat in the 3rd. 2-0 pitch with the infield drawn in. Burke pops it up left side, not very deep. Sprague tagging into foul territory. Catch made by Ritter coming home. Sprague the throw to the plate. Tag is good. Well, we were raving about Sprague's speed at third base, but he was not quick enough to make it home on the fly to shallow left field by Paxton Burke. That's a double play. Throw beat him. Nice job by Sheringhausen to get there and make the tag. Pitch high, ball one for Reagan Soper. So that's a quick couple of outs there for the Wet Sox. 1-0 pitch is high and inside, 2-0 count. After a leadoff triple for the Doc Stewarts, so they're now in danger of not getting anything here in the fourth inning. Pitch low, 3-0 count. 2-run ball game, so not a huge lead here. You might kind of second guess the decision to send the runner at third base. But Sprague showed off some good wheels here in this inning, getting that triple, so they might have felt comfortable with trying to send him. So pitch in for a strike on the 3-0 delivery to Soper. Three balls and a strike. Soper will foul one down the third base side for strike two.
50-50 is out and about. If you want a chance at that, it's $1 for one and 6 for 5.
Full count pitch here for Campos. It's a line drive shot to left field. A 2-out base knock by Soper. He's got his second hit in the game. He's 2 for 2. With an RBI, he has also scored twice. He's been on base all 3 times. Reached on an error in his first at-bat after laying down a sac bunt. So Soper's on at first. Logan Anderson, 2 for 2 in the game. A triple and a single. He's driven in 1. Soper at first base with a good lean. He's not going as the pitch is high. Ball one to Logan Anderson. Behind the plate, Sheringhausen looked as if he was maybe in pitch-out mode on that delivery. The 1-0. Anderson will hit this one in the air out towards right center. Drifting back and backpedaling underneath it for the catch is Travis Hale. And that will finish things off here in the fourth inning. That will end a streak of 6 consecutive hits dating back to yesterday's game for Logan Anderson. But he is still hot at the plate, but can't help the Docs add anything here in the fourth. Still 5-3 as we head to the top of the fifth inning. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Tanner Wirtz out for his fifth inning of work. He'll face the 9-1-2 hitters here in the fifth. Hayden Grott leading things off, takes a pitch off the turf for ball one. He'll ground one towards third. It is secured by Logan Anderson at first. Did he come off the bag? Yep, at first base, Amos Bowers did not stay on the bag as he received that throw to first base. He was able to pick it off the turf, but he came off the bag to do so. Didn't really need to, but Again, he has not played first base in a while, so the rhythm of trying to scoop a ball at first may not be the most kind of routine thing for Amos Bowers at first base, and so he's not able to finish the play. A check swing left side. It will get through to the shortstop. Burke will throw to first. This time they'll get the out on a headfirst dive by Camden Gager. He can't beat the throw by Burke, who backs up Anderson, who made a diving attempt to try and get to that check swing dribbler on the left side. Burke backs it up and makes the throw across the diamond to get Gager for the first out. And Hayden Grott will move up to second base on the play. So man at second base with one out. Now another ball hit towards third, but it's foul for strike one off the barrel of Stanley Ritter. Docs with their third error in the ball game, getting that lead runner on base. Out at second base is Grott. Reaching and poking one out of play for strike two is Ritter. Ritter is 1 for 2 in the game, had a single to the right field his last time up. The 0-2 pitch here for Danner. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball in the turf. Up with it is Young. He'll throw down to first base. They'll get the out at first, 2 away. That is just the third strikeout in the game for Danner here tonight. A big one for the second out with a man in scoring position. 2 down. Up to bat will be the 3-hitter Trevor Olson, who's 0 for 2 in the game. Struck out looking in the third.
Trevor Olson.
Danner might be his last inning of work here. They were going to try to cap him at a certain number of pitches so that he will be ready to go for the league doubleheader against Medford coming up on Monday. That's the expectation, is that he will get some pitching duties in that twin bill. It's a 1-0 pitch. Hit hard left side, backhanded by Burke. He'll throw to third. Tag. Oh, it got knocked out of the glove for Anderson and ricochets all the way to the Docs dugout, out of play. So they'll move the runner up. A run will score. Nice idea there by Burke. And I would be very curious to hear what they say happened there at third base. It looked like Anderson had caught the ball and put the tag down, but as he applied the tag, the runner, who had no idea the ball was coming his direction, Hayden Groot, even was taking a turn at third, and that wasn't even sliding into third trying to avoid a tag. The ball just got squirted out of the glove as Anderson applied the tag. So it's now 5-4, 2 outs. The first pitch to Riley DuBois is in, I thought, for a strike. Yeah, they put it up on the board. That's what I was thinking as well. So fielder's choice for Trevor Olson. The pitch low, 1-1. Actually, I'd say give him a hit because there was no way the Docs were going to get him, so they tried to get the out at third, and that's where the trouble started. The 1-1 is low and outside. Mason Young throw down to second base. They won't get it there in time. Racing back to the bag goes Olson. Will be another unearned run against Danner here tonight. 2-1 count for DuBois. He'll hit one left side. It'll be a long throw for Burke, but he's got time. He'll get it to Bowers, and that will finish things off. So the Doc Stewarts give one away here in the 5th inning. 1 run comes in on 1 hit. There were 2 errors and 1 man left on base. They lead it 5-4 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. A little tight ball game as we hit the later stages here. Docs coming up the bat on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
First batter for the Ducks to lead off the bottom of the fifth inning, number 12, Fletcher Coleman.
Fletcher Coleman will lead things off for the Doc Stewarts. The 4, 5, and 6 hitters coming up. Ball fouled back for strike one by Coleman. Sun has really gone behind some clouds. It's darkened up here. I would imagine they might start flipping on the lights here momentarily here at Champion Car Wash Field. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Docs leading 5-4. On the mound, fastball misses the inside corner. The count goes 1-1. I do believe that is still Campos out there. Yep, that is still Judah Campos out there for his fifth inning of work. Both pitchers have gone the distance for a possible win. We'll see how things play out here. The 1-1 pitch to Coleman. Breaking ball misses inside, 2-1 count. I believe the plan would be to go to Fletcher Coleman next in this ball game if the Docs pull the trigger on a pitching change. The 2-1. Coleman fouls towards the parking lot. And that is not a commentary on how Danner's pitched tonight. I know they were trying to kind of restrict how far he went, just knowing that they've got an important doubleheader coming up against the Mustangs on Monday. 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike three, and tag applied. One away. Today's game brought to you by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC, and by our friends at DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Speaking of Medford, the Mustangs are actually hosting the Eugene Challengers tonight in a league doubleheader in Area 4. Take a look at how that's playing out down there. Christian Corba, first pitch, check swing. No, did not go around. Ball one. The 1-0 pitch from Campos. Breaking ball, misses inside. Let's see here. It looks like, ooh, wow. Medford gets a 10-0 win against Eugene in the first game of that doubleheader tonight down at Harry and David Field. The 2-0 pitch, right down the pipe for a strike. And in game two, it is a 1-0 lead for Medford in the bottom of the third as the ball fouled back by Corba for strike two. The lights are starting to flicker on here at Champion Car Wash Field. So down at Harry and David Field, Medford is leading 1-0 in the bottom of the third, and they've got two runners on base with just the one out, both in scoring position. So the Mustangs taking it to the Challengers so far tonight in that league doubleheader. 2-2 pitch for Corba. Ooh. A little bit of chin music there. That one to the backstop for ball three. Corba will stand back in with the full count pitch coming. Campos misses low for ball four. Campos with 6 strikeouts. But with that walk, that'll be a 4th walk in the game issued by Campos. Runner at first, throw over to first base is not in time. Corba on at first, Andrew Wirtz up to bat. He is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts in this one. Last time it was on a check swing that got ruled a strikeout as another pickoff throw to first. Back in goes Corba. Pepsi Bottle Caps taking on the Eugene Armadillos. A single A team up out of Eugene. Swing and a miss by Wirtz. It's 2-1 right now. The Bottle Caps in front. Top of the second inning there with the bases loaded and 2 down. That might be game 2 of a doubleheader. As a pickoff throw again to first. Corba back in safely once again. Runner does take off, throw down to second base, and in safely is Corba. 1-1 count at the dish for Wirtz. And with one out, he's got a man in scoring position as Corba takes second. 5-4 score here in the bottom of the fifth. A tight one. Docs leading by 1. A chance to add to their lead with a man in scoring position and 1 out. A pitch outside, ball 1. Ball 2 to Wirtz. 2-1 count. Campos delivers. Wirtz pops it up foul and out of play. We've got a right-hander throwing in the bullpen for the Wet Sox at the moment, and the Doc Stewarts do have Fletcher Coleman warming up in their bullpen at the moment. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and Wirtz will go down for a 3rd time in the ball game. 7 strikeouts in this one for Judah Campos. That'll bring up Amos Bowers as they visit out to the mound for Coach Mason Wright for the Wet Sox, along with catcher Nate Scheringhausen. They're having a conversation with Campos. Coming back from the bullpen, that is Landon Springer. That looks like he was the guy warming up in the bullpen. With 2 down and a man at second. Strike 1 on the first pitch to Bowers. Bowers reached on a walk his last time up. Bowers fouls 1 away for strike 2. Just a 1-run game here at the moment at Champion Car Wash Field as we're wrapping up day 1 of the Father's Day tournament. Docs in front by a run, trying to add to it. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Amos Bowers. The Wet Sox have trailed by 3 twice, but right now they're down by just 1, trying to keep it that way. Judah Campos is 1-2 pitch, time called before he delivers. Lights starting to come on here at the ballpark. The 1-2 from Campos. Misses inside, and it evens up the count. Not off the mark by much. Good take, though, by Bowers, who's back in the box, ready to go. Out at second base is Christian Corba. He's got good speed, could easily score on a base hit. The 2-2 to Bowers. Breaking ball fouled away. No wind going on right now. Some sweatshirts getting put on here around the ballpark as the evening cooling off. Still a very nice night here at the ballpark. The 2-2 once again from Campos. That ball down the left field line, but foul. Well struck, but just into foul territory down the left field side for Bowers. Docs thought they had a chance to try and stretch the lead a bit there. 77 degrees here in Roseburg as the sun's starting to go down. Two count. The battle will continue here for Bowers, who's seen a number of pitches. Campos trying to get one more out. His 2-2 misses high. Count goes full. Bowers able to lay off with a check swing, held up just enough. So full count pitch. First base is unoccupied. Bowers will fight off another one, fouls it down the third base side. Good crowd showing up here to the nightcap tonight. 50-50 ticket sellers have been busy. 3-2 pitch once again for Campos. Breaking ball, strike 3. Bowers sat on it, but sat too long. Couldn't pull the trigger. A strikeout for Judah Campos, his 8th in the ball game. And it's a big one to squash a scoring chance there for the Doc Stewarts and keep it a 1-run ball game. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. So we are through 5 innings of play. It is 5-4. Doc Stewart's in front. And the Baseballism Wet Sox looking to rally back late in this one. Head to the top of the 6th on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community. Our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
It's day 1 of the Father's Day tournament here at Champion Car Wash Field. Doc Stewart's the final team to play on the day, taking on the Baseballism Wet Sox, who lost their first game earlier today 10-0 against the Hillsdale Merchants. Right now they're trying to notch their first win in the tourney. They trail the Doc Stewarts 5-4. It's a new man on the mound. Lefty Fletcher Coleman will take over for Danner Wirtz. Wirtz goes to first base defensively. Amos Bowers comes out of the game, and into right field for Fletcher Coleman goes Easton Bachmeyer. That is the changes there. Coleman will take over on the mound. Lefty out of Roseburg High School. Will face Hoskins to get things started, and the first pitch bounces off the turf for ball 1. Hoskins is 1 for 2 in the game. A 1-0 pitch here for Coleman. He is in the air towards right field. Bachmeyer went back, but will start coming in. Will settle underneath the ball in right field and makes the catch. Second time tonight that Hoskins has flown out to right field. 1 away. Up to bat will be Travis Hale. Travis Hale out of Forest Grove High School, class of 2026. On the night, he is 2 for 2 in this game. He has had a couple of base hits to left field in his 2 trips to the plate, both against Danner Wirtz. Takes the first pitch on the corner for strike 1. Tonight's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyaway Travel. Make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call them at 541-672-5701 for your next vacation. The 0-1 delivery by Coleman. Misses low. A 1-1 count. One delivery. And it's outside. 2 balls and a strike. Nobody on base with 1 away for the new man. We'll run through the line for Danner Wirtz in his 5-inning start. The 2-1 is fouled back for strike 2. Danner in position to get a win if the Doc Stewarts can hang on to the lead. And right now they are 5 outs away from doing so. Danner goes 5 innings. He gives up 4 runs on 6 hits, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. A couple of those are unearned runs. The 2-2 pitch here for Coleman. Off speed, got a swing and a miss out of Hale. Strike 3. And Hale on his 2-for-2 night goes down swinging for the first time. 1 strikeout now for Fletcher Coleman. He's got 2 away here in the 6th, and Nate Scheringhausen is 0 for 2 in the ballgame. He'll step in here. 2 down and nobody on. Scheringhausen, the right-handed batter, will take outside, a 1-0 count. Four runs on 6 hits. 2 errors in the game for the Wet Sox. It's a 1-0 pitch. Just misses the corner. 2-0 count. For the Doc Stewarts, 5 runs on 6 hits, and the Docs have committed 4 errors in this one. 2-0 delivery here by Coleman. That time he'll catch the corner. 2-1 count to Scheringhausen. So Danner, I would say only 2 earned runs against him. Actually, that may not even be true. A 2-1 pitch is low, can't get the hitter to chase. Yeah, you know, I think maybe only 1 earned run tonight for Danner out of the 4 that came across against him. 3-1 delivery. It's high for ball 4, a 2-out walk to Scheringhausen. The catcher will make the trip down to first base. Scheringhausen, the Liberty product, heads down there, now gets a courtesy runner, the catcher. They are going to bring in David Trejo, the Forest Grove product, to run. Trejo takes over. Class of 2026, earning second-team All-League honors this year as an infielder. Gets a chance to run as a courtesy runner for the catcher. 2 down with a man at first. Ty Parrish up to bat. He'll take a pitch low from Coleman. That walk was the first allowed by the Docs pitchers today. Danner did not give up a walk through the 5 innings. It's definitely been a point of emphasis by the coaches to make sure their pitchers are attacking the zone. The 1-0 delivery by Coleman is hit right side. Line drive caught by Reagan Soper at second base. Had to go down to a knee to snag it just before it got to the turf. He's got the glove in the right spot. Final out of the 6th inning. Doc Stewarts get a 0 on the board for the Wet Sox and keep their 1-run lead intact. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Docs looking to stretch out the lead on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
A pitching change for the Baseballism Wet Sox as we start the 6th inning as well. Their starting pitcher, Judah Campos, goes 5 innings. He gave up 3 in the first, 2 in the second, but he has put up zeros over the last 3 innings and has only given up 2 hits over the last 3, helping keep his team in position to come back in this one. They'll hand the baseball over to Landon Springer out of Century High School, class of 2026. He will get the opportunity to throw here, a right-hander out of the bullpen. And he will face the 8-9-1 hitters for the Doc Stewarts. Mason Young, the leadoff man. 0 for 2 in the game last time up. Put the ball in play, but he grounded out. And a double play to finish things back in the third inning. Docs lead at 5-4 as we start the bottom of the sixth. First pitch swinging, a dribbler first base side. Springer will eventually get it as that ball continued down the first base line. He just kind of kept sidestepping to get to it. Didn't try to rush anything. Gets it in time to underhand it over to first base where Riley Du Bois there for the putout. One away is Mason Young, a dribbler down the line. Will ground out. He's 0 for 3 in the ballgame. Brings up Tegan Sprague. The 9-hitter had a triple to right field his last time up. He's 1 for 2 in the game. Takes inside for ball 1. In the tournament today, 3 games previously, the 1-0 pitch is low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Started off with the Fairfield Expos falling against the Southern Oregon Baseball Club by a 3-2 score. The Nelson Hawks were taking on the Corvallis Girding Builders Market Men. That ball lifted towards left field, well struck by Sprague, going back to the wall. That one's at the fence, and it will go off the wall. Into second base goes Sprague. He's muscling his way, and he will be in with a stand-up triple again. His second of the night, and Tegan Sprague's in scoring position. Sprague gave that ball a ride. It headed towards the alley in left center, just short of the scoreboard out there. Kind of lost some location of the actual ball, but it stays in the ballpark, and Sprague ends up making his way all the way to third with 1 out. So man at third base for the Docs with just 1 away, and Paxton Burke up to bat. He'll hit one to right field. That'll get down. Base hit. A run will score. Docs are up 6-4. Delivering on the first pitch that he sees from the new man up to bat, Paxton Burke will drive in 1 with a rope to right field, bringing in Tegan Sprague. So this time the triple pays off for the Doc Stewarts. And now up to bat is Reagan Soper. First pitch misses, ball 1. 6-4, the Docs in front. Pickoff throw to first to check on Burke over there, who, of course, is a threat to steal. Springer on the mound. A 1-0 pitch to Soper, misses high and away, 2-0 count. The switch-hitting Paxton Burke pulling that ball to right field for the RBI single, his first RBI of the day, his first hit of the day. He had walked twice as a pickoff throw to first base is not in time to get Burke over there. Here in the bottom of the sixth, Docs with 1 run in so far. The 2-0 pitch, Soper takes outside. Off the edge for Springer. So Landon Springer finds himself behind 3 balls, no strikes. He'll deliver, and it's low for ball 4. So Soper will draw a walk. He's on base for a 4th time tonight. He is 2 for 2 in the ballgame. Up to second base goes Burke. So after getting the first batter to ground out, it's been a triple, a single, and now a walk. Docs have put 1 run on the scoreboard. Logan Anderson will try to keep it going. He's 2 for 3 tonight with an RBI triple back in the first. Springer delivers 1 over the plate for a strike. Landon Springer in on relief here in the 6th inning. His 0-1 pitch to Logan Anderson as the lights are taking effect. He hits one sharply towards shortstop. They will go to third base to get the lead runner and only get 1. The shortstop, Camden Gager, had the runner in front of him, Paxton Burke, who put the brakes on to let the ball go by. I think maybe Burke might have not realized he had a runner behind him and didn't brake immediately, but he also had the ball coming at him, so he might have needed to stop. But I think that threw off Gager. He could have tried to flip it to second to get the first out and then try to relay to first for a double play to get the inning over with, but instead he elects to get the lead runner at third on a force out. Fletcher Coleman will swing and miss at the first pitch. Looking to help his own cause here. He's trying to come in and earn a save for the Doc Stewarts, who have stretched the lead out to 2. The 0-1 pitch to Coleman is low and outside, 1-1. So that was a fielder's choice for Anderson. Soper made his way to second, and out at third was Burke. Springer on the mound is 1-1 pitch. Check swing held up, but it's called strike 2 for Fletcher Coleman. A 1-2 pitch, needing one more out to get through things here in the 6th inning, allowing just the 1 run so far. Coleman will take low and outside, scooped up behind the plate by Scheringhausen to hold the runners. So Campos, he went 5 innings. He allowed 5 runs. Those are not all earned runs. 6 hits, 5 walks, 8 strikeouts for him in the start. The 2-2 count, fouled away by Coleman. He'll stay alive. So the Father's Day Tournament brought to you by Freedom Security Solutions. We mentioned, Southern Oregon baseball a winner, 3-2 over Fairfield. The Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen, a 13-3 win over Nelson earlier. Hillsdale Merchants get a 10-0 win over the Baseballism Wet Sox. And the Doc Stewarts trying to wrap up the day with a win over Baseballism as well. 2-2 pitch, high and away, full count. Coming up tomorrow in the tournament, it's Hillsdale and Nelson squaring off at 10 a.m. Then Hillsdale has their second game of the day. They take on Southern Oregon. Baseballism will play at 4 o'clock against Fairfield. And then the Docs wrap up the day against the Corvallis Girding Builders Marketmen. Always love that matchup. Full count pitch to Coleman. Runners are moving as the pitch is outside for ball 4. Bases are loaded. Second walk for Springer. Soper makes his way to third, Anderson to second, and Christian Corba will come up to bat with the bases loaded and an opportunity to try and really stretch the lead out as we are hitting the late stages of this one. The Wet Sox find themselves down to their final 3 outs to work with when they come up to bat in the 7th. The Docs sending their 7th hitter to the plate. First pitch to Corba. He pops it up, foul back behind home. Strike 1. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Dr. Alanson Randall, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Call 541-378-6694 or visit drrandall.com. And Barnes Heating and Cooling is a sponsor of Docs Baseball this season. Your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Taking a look at the Area 4 scoreboard, the Mustangs of Medford, they won 10-0 in Game 1 against Eugene. They're up 4-0 in Game 2. And they are in the 4th inning in that matchup. We're in the bottom of the 6th in our matchup. Docs lead at 6-4 with 2 outs and the bases loaded. A foul ball back to the netting behind home for Corba. If you want to check out the schedule of the tournament, you can head to 541radio.com. We've got it posted there for you. You can check it out and follow along with the action throughout the tournament. The 0-2 count here for Springer. He'll deliver to Corba. Misses high with his breaking ball. 1 run in already. Tegan Sprague, a 1-out triple, scored on a single by Paxton Burke. Docs with the bases loaded, trying to put a crooked number on the board. Corba fouls off another one. One ball, 2 strikes with 2 down. And the bases loaded behind Landon Springer, the reliever. His 1-2 pitch. It's off the hands, jam shot. It'll softly fly towards shortstop where Camden Gager will make the catch. and finish off the 6th inning. Docs send 7 hitters to the plate. They score 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 3 runners left on base. They get 1, stretch it out to a 2-run lead as we head to the top of the 7th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Go to the 7th inning here. Doc Stewart's needing 3 outs to secure the win and start off things here in the Father's Day tournament with a victory for the Wet Sox. They're trying to avoid going 0-2 to start out the tournament. They'll have their 9-1-2 hitters coming up. Hayden Grott will start things for the Wet Sox. You've got Fletcher Coleman on the mound in relief. It's a save opportunity. He'll miss just off the outside corner for ball 1. Stay with us for the postgame show. We'll have your Champion Car Wash player of the game to announce. There's a pitch outside, 2-0 count. The player of the game for the Doc Stewarts. I have to think about that one there for a minute. There's been some good performances out there. Danner, a nice start on the mound. Fletcher trying to finish things strong. 2-0 pitch is fouled away by Grott. Grott is 0 for 2 in the game, reached on an error in the 5th inning, and ended up coming around to score in that 5th. That made it a 1-run ball game at the time. The pitch is low, and the count goes to 3-1. Docs lead it 6-4. Coleman wind and fire the 3-1 pitch. Off the outside edge, a walk to Grott to start things here in the 7th. So that will put a runner on base. Second walk for Coleman. That brings the game-tying run to the plate, and it's the top of the order here for the Wet Sox. Can the Garden Hoe come through for him here in the 7th inning? Their lucky charm down in the dugout. I don't see anybody holding it that I can tell. Oh, no, there, the guy on the bucket's got the Garden Hoe in hand. Their lucky charm. Coleman delivers. It's a ground ball to short. Burke gets it to Soper. Relay over to Wirtz. Stretch. They get it. Double play to wrap things up here. 2 outs here in the 7th. They wrap that one around the bases and get the twin killing to clear the bases and to get them 1 out away from wrapping up the victory. Burke feeds Soper cleanly, who easily gets it over to Wirtz for the double play. Up to bat will be Stanley Ritter with 2 down and nobody on base. He'll take low for ball 1. Defense behind Coleman helping him out. Line drive down the right field side is foul. A 1-1 count here for Stanley Ritter, who is 1 for 3 in the game. Champion Car Wash, our player of the game sponsor. You can make your car or truck sparkle and shine like tonight's player of the game. The 1-1 pitch is high and inside. Visit Champion Car Wash, where you can sparkle without the splurge. Celebrating 30 years in Roseburg, it's Champion Car Wash. Fletcher Coleman, a 2-1 pitch with 2 down. Gets the hitter to reach for it. Ritter fouls it back into the netting. He's down to his final strike. 2-2 count. Coleman out of this windup. Stanley Ritter at the plate, waits on the pitch, grounds it right side. Reagan Soper in front of it, in right field. He will throw to first base for the final out, and the Doc Stewarts will wrap up a victory here in Game 1 from Father's Day tournament action. And they have now won back-to-back games. They are 2-5 on the year. Don't look now, but the Docs are getting a little bit on the right side of things. No runs come in the 7th inning for the Wet Sox. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Doc Stewart's win it 6-4. We've got the post-game show coming up when we return, and we will name your Champion Car Wash Player of the Game, and we will also take a look at all the numbers and recap it for you. Docs get the win 6-4. Back after this timeout, as we will head to the post-game show after this 3-minute break here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Looking to expand your portfolio? Consolidate your investments with Palm Wealth Management. Our trusted team makes it easy to diversify and track your investments. Let Palm Wealth Management coordinate your financial strategy. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
At Roseburg Disposal, we're dedicated to meeting your garbage service needs. Started in 1932 by brothers Norm and Orville John, Roseburg Disposal continues to be owned and operated by the John family today, now in its 3rd generation. Providing residential and commercial garbage disposal and recycling, we serve the greater Roseburg area. Invested in our community, our company has participated in many community projects, both financially and through donated services. Committed to our customers and our community, Roseburg Disposal.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Tidy little ball game here at Champion Car Wash Field where the Doc Stewarts get the victory here this evening. 6-4 the final score. We wrap it up in a little less than 2 hours here tonight, around an hour 45 for this ball game. 6-4 the final score. The Doc Stewarts improved to 2-5 on the year. The Baseballism Wet Sox will fall to 7-3 on the season. Tonight's Champion Car Wash Player of the Game is going to be Reagan Soper. Make your car or truck shine like tonight's player of the game. Visit Champion Car Wash where you can sparkle without the splurge. Celebrating 30 years in Roseburg, it's Champion Car Wash. Reagan Soper tonight had a couple of hits. He goes 2 for 2 in the game. reached on an error on a sacrifice bunt back in the first and eventually came around to score, had a stolen base in that time on base in the first, had a double that drove in a run in the second and eventually came around to score, had a single in the fourth, walked in his final at-bat in the sixth, gets on base all 4 times. Also made some pretty good plays out there defensively at second base, including the final put out of the ball game here tonight. So Reagan Soper, our second baseman, he is our player of the game. Taking a look at this one, the numbers: 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and 4 men left on base for the Wet Sox. For the Doc Stewarts, 6 runs on 8 hits, 4 errors, and 8 men left on base. The Docs took a 3-0 lead in the first inning. The Wet Sox got 2 back in the top of the second, but the Docs would rally back and take a 5-2 lead in the bottom of the second. The Wet Sox got a run back in the third, made it 5-3. They got a 1-run ball game as they scored in the top of the fifth to make it 5-4, but the Docs would stretch it out to a 2-run lead with a run in the bottom of the sixth to make it 6-4, and that is your final score. Danner Wirtz gets the win. He allows 4 runs. I believe I would only put down maybe one of them as an earned run against Danner. 6 hits allowed over 5 innings. He does not walk anybody, strikes out 3. Fletcher Coleman finished it out. He pitched the final 2 innings. He does not give up a run or a hit, 2 walks and 1 strikeout. Wirtz picks up the win. He is now 1-1 on the season. Coleman picks up the save, his first of the year. Judah Campos will take the loss. He pitched 5 innings in the start for the Wet Sox. He allowed 5 runs on 6 hits, had 5 walks, 8 strikeouts. He does not give up all 5 of those as earned runs. There was at least 1 that's going to be an unearned run in that one, probably 2 if I'm looking at it correctly. Landon Springer came in, pitched 1 inning, allowed a run on 2 hits with 2 walks and no strikeouts. Offensively in this one, Stanley Ritter was 1 for 4 with a single. Trevor Olson 1 for 3 with an infield single. Let's see here. David Hoskins 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Travis Hale was 2 for 3 with a run scored. He had a pair of singles. Nate Scheringhausen reached base once on a walk. Also got on with a fielder's choice. Ty Parrish was 1 for 3 with an RBI single. And Hayden Grott got on with an error and scored a run in the 5th inning. Also walked in the ballgame. Paxton Burke, he ended up with a hit. He was 1 for 2 with an RBI single, walked twice and scored twice, had 2 stolen bases here tonight. Reagan Soper was 2 for 2 with a double, single. He drove in a run, scored twice, reached base all 4 times. Logan Anderson was 2 for 4 in the ball game. He had an RBI triple in the first, scored a run, also had a single in the second. Fletcher Coleman was 1 for 2 in the game with an RBI single, 2 walks. Christian Corba drew a walk, also had an RBI ground out. Let's see here. Amos Bowers got on with a walk. Mason Young, he did not get on base here tonight. Tegan Sprague had 2 triples in this one. He was a quality choice for the Player of the Game award tonight, but Tegan Sprague with 2 triples. He scores once. We ended up giving it to Reagan Soper, but honorable mention to Tegan Sprague here this evening. So the Doc Stewarts get the win as they begin play here in their tournament at home. The Father's Day tournament brought to you by Freedom Security Solutions. Doc Stewarts will get a win in their first game to go to 1-0 in the tournament. The Baseballism Wet Sox go to 0-2 with the loss. The action starts tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with the Hillsdale Merchants taking on the Nelson Hawks. Then it's at 1 o'clock, Hillsdale taking on Southern Oregon Baseball Club. 4 o'clock, Baseballism Wet Sox take on the Fairfield Expos. And at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, big matchup between the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts and the Corvallis Girding Builders Market Men. That's tomorrow's schedule. You can keep up with the action online at 541radio.com. That's going to do it for us here tonight, folks. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in and joining us for the broadcast. It's been great to have you with us. As we wrap things up, we want to say thanks to the Baseballism Wet Sox and their fans for making the trek down here for the tournament. Great to have you with us. Good luck coming up tomorrow. Want to say thanks to all the teams that are taking part in the tournament this weekend as well. Thanks to Executive Director of the Douglas County Baseball Association, Jake Whistler, and Head Coach Cody Walton and the entire Docs program for allowing us to bring you another season to Docs Baseball here on The Score. Want to say thanks to Brenton Cranford back in the studio for the radio production tonight. Thanks to some brief help with the video stream this evening to Carter Stedman. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keeran. We'll catch up with you tomorrow tomorrow. Our pregame starts at 6:45 as the Doc Stewarts take on Corvallis. The first pitch of that ball game starting at 7 o'clock. You can watch the game streaming online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel, or you can always follow the action with us right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM.